Board of Administration Educational Day meeting to order. And the first order of business is roll call. Ms. Hopper, please.
Henry Jones,
Here.
Margaret Brown,
Good morning.
Rob Fechner,
Good morning.
Frank Ruffino for Fiona Ma,
Present.
Lisa Middleton,
Present.
David Miller, David Miller,
Here.
Stacy Oliveris,
Here.
Elena Ortega,
Here.
Jason Perez,
Here.
Ramon Rubicava,
Here. Present.
Teresa Taylor,
Here.
Shonda Wesley,
Present.
Lynn Paquin for Betty E.
Here. But I think it should be Karen Greenross sitting today for Betty E.
Okay, Karen Greenross.
Here.
Mr. President, I believe we have all board members in attendance.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Hopper. And next order of business is Pledge of Allegiance. And I've asked Mr. Perez to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Perez, please.
Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Right.
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Perez. And so again, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Board of Administration Education Day. I'd like to especially welcome all of our stakeholders and members of the public who have tuned in virtually. This is a very special week. Yesterday, the nation took a pause to celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was the most visible spokesperson and leader in the civil rights movement. His dream still resonates among Americans. And tomorrow is an auspicious day for our country. America has always been a place where the peaceful transition of power comes before any individual agenda. And while America has always been a place where free speech is valued and respected, the recent violence and destruction in Washington, D.C. does not reflect the values of our nation. Now more than ever, investors have an opportunity to unite America by supporting equity, equality, and using capital to promote opportunities that benefit people from all walks of life. CalPERS investment decisions are made in that spirit, guided by integrity and accountability, with a priority of providing retirement security to our members and supporting our employer partners. As we look forward to what 2021 will bring, I do so with optimism and hope for better days ahead. So now we have a full schedule of sessions in front of us, and after we handle some routine business and the election of our next president and vice president of the board. So our educational sessions are designed to provide the board with in-depth information that we don't ordinarily have time for during monthly committee meetings. This board education is fundamental to enhancing our understanding of critical subject matter and supporting our ability to make well-informed decisions in the best interest of our members and employers. We welcome a diversity of thoughts and ideas during the discussion to broaden our understanding and foster collegial relationships with our colleagues and stakeholders. After each of today's sessions, we will open our phone lines for public comment. Anyone who wants to address the board will have 3 minutes to speak. So I look forward to our discussions and our conversations. So with that, I'll now turn it over to our CEO, Marcy Frost, for her opening remarks. Ms. Frost, please.
Yeah, thank you, President Jones, and good morning, everyone. Before I introduce our educational sessions today, I thought I would give you a quick update on COVID-19 operations here at CalPERS. After more than 10 months, we are continuing to take all necessary precautions and really strictly limiting the number of team members who we're allowing into the building. We remain committed to high levels of member satisfaction and customer service. And, we have found a few challenges along the way, but when those challenges present themselves, we are quickly identifying solutions and implementing them appropriately. And while the vaccine distribution has started, it will be quite some time before our team members will be able to fully return to the office and that we're able to open our regional locations for in-person member appointments as well. Through every phase of COVID-19 pandemic, our top priorities really have been to ensure the safety of our team members, ensure the safety of our members who visit us on a regular basis, be very open and transparent in our communication, and really advance more communication through a number of channels. And then equally important, continuing to have access to the healthcare services our members really need. So for the healthcare agenda, we're going to unpack the pieces of the healthcare marketplace to identify the factors that impact healthcare costs, access to care, and the quality outcomes and experiences our 1.5 million members have through our health plans. It will take up most of our day, and I think that is the right thing to do as we think about our health policy agenda for the next year to 2 years. We also need to explore how we can use our size and our influence as healthcare leaders and purchasers for making lasting and meaningful change. Our guest speaker is Marian Mulkey, who has worked extensively with the California Healthcare Foundation. She's also worked with Covered California and the Department of Managed Healthcare. She has considerable consulting experience with California's health insurance market, federal and state health policy, and regulatory oversight of health insurance here in the state of California. And then later today, I know this is a topic of interest for our board. We'll give an update on the status of behavioral health services being provided through the health plans. Demand for this type of care has risen. We think that's primarily due to the pandemic and the fact that during the stay-at-home orders, people are feeling more isolated than ever before. You will recall that we examined this topic in 2019 and also heard directly from our health plans in a panel about their mental health services. This afternoon, we will explore the prevalence of mental conditions among our members, giving you a little bit of experience within our own plans, our actions to improve behavioral health outcomes, and then also some of the challenges that exist as we make this a strategic priority. This session will be led by Dr. Julia Logan, who is our Chief Medical Officer, and Dr. Heather Reedhead, our Medical Director of Clinical Care Programs. And then we'll move on into fiduciary training. This is an annual training that's provided to the board that will be done and facilitated by Matt Jacobs and Fiduciary Council. This topic will cover, as a couple of examples, the Bagley-Keene Open Meetings Act and any potential conflicts that may arise as part of the CalPERS trustee. And then finally, we have a few litigation matters to discuss in closed session before we close out the day. So before I turn it back over to President Jones, I'd like to provide an update on our investment performance here today. While we won't be discussing investments in depth today, it will be a subject of discussion for tomorrow's stakeholder forum, which I hope many of our stakeholders will be able to participate. So the one-year performance of our fund, and this is as of December 31st of 2020, is 12.4. The 3-year return is 8.4. The 5-year return is 9.7. The 10-year return is 8.4. The 20-year return is 6.3. And that concludes my remarks, and I'll turn it back over to you, Henry. Thank you.